Thanks for joining Rage Whale again. This is episode 86. This time we discuss Mr. Beast's new TV show, Squid Games 2, the Golden Globe results, Grand Theft Auto 6, and also many movie news. And then we'll get that out of the way. And it's recorded me saying, get that out of the way.
Get that out of the way. Get that start out the way. And then fucking move on.
Back to episode 86, and it's the three hosts, no guests this week. We had one on earlier today for a different episode, but today's just us three. Sorry, guys.
We ain't afraid of no guests. No, that was terrible.
That was
absolutely terrible.
That was okay. It wasn't as bad as you think.
Oh, okay, cool.
How are you both? We just spent 40 minutes chatting to someone, and James was listening because he couldn't get on.
Oi, oi.
Nope.
He couldn't get on. Do you want to see? Oh, not that many people watch, but this is for Gareth, who has now got rid of Amazon Music and he is now subscribed to Spotify. So on Spotify, if you didn't know, you can watch us whilst you're listening to us on your phone. And for the visual listeners, there you go, Gareth. That's what James was sending me whilst I was chatting to someone on the phone.
Oh,
just
gosh.
anal beads and Drew. Just picture of anal beads and Drew.
Who did I send it to, though?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So James, in his wisdom, because on WhatsApp, it's just you. But on text, I don't know why text rather than WhatsApp, but he texted me but couldn't remember my number and has one of my old numbers. So he texted a group chat of me and my old me. And my old me is a phone that I had when I worked for Foxtons in London in about, how long ago was that? Like 8 years ago. So some poor person working at Foxtons is going to wake up tomorrow morning with that picture of anal beads and Drew.
Well,
on the
it's not
work
even 8
phone.
o'clock. They're probably still awake now.
Oh, actually, Foxtons, you work till 8 p.m. It's 8 to 8. That is the working hours. So they'll be working right now.
So you have to take it up. You literally have to take it up the ass there anyway.
That's one of the reasons I left. You have no life. It was good pay if you did well. Terrible pay if you did bad. But long hours. Anyway, welcome. How are you both?
All good, man.
Yep, all Christmased out.
Tell us something. Yeah, it's the 13th of January. Let's do no Christmas chat. But if there's any other chat from the last recent, I listened to episode 84 today because I'm a narcissist, and it was really
Try
fun.
and build the numbers. Come on, Kev. Just be honest.
It was really fun. We're on form. We're all a little bit tipsy, and it was really good fun. It's when we were talking about new films coming out this year. I enjoyed that.
I do remember there was a funny moment in that, or hopefully more than one funny moment, but there was a...
yeah, that was the one where Drew thought it was fact-checked rather than fact-checked. And,
yeah.
And then what was the other one? Oh, yeah. James likes to buy, says gay people like ice cream too. And my response was not great. But I will share those clips with you anyway. So, do you want some to start off with, and then we'll take it from there? I've got some movie news.
Take us, Kev. Film thoughts. Take us.
Alrighty then. Let me just jot that down. Timestamp 3:30 movie news. Okay, so you might have heard of a couple of these. Oh, sad news to begin with. Then we'll get off sad. Did you hear about Aubrey Plaza's husband?
Yeah, he did.
Committed suicide apparently, or his death has been ruled suicide. His name he's a director. I'm not sure how to pronounce his surname, but it's Jeff Boehner. Died at 47,
Whoa.
which is horrible. And the thing is, I hate to be jovial about it. No, jovial's the wrong word, but Aubrey Plaza is a very deadpan comedian and talks about death and funny things all the time, and she comes across as really weird. So you know she's going to have good material about it in a year's time.
Oh.
But it's dark. Like, I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what happened. But
whoa,
I don't even know the guy. I didn't even know she was married or with anyone. Didn't have a clue. I don't know who this man is. But I love Aubrey Plaza. She's funny as anything.
This is the movie news.
Did you hear about the new Chris? Right, I'm getting confused. Right, you know Chris Nolan doing the new film about the helicopter.
Yeah, it's not.
Apparently, it's not.
It's not that anymore. It's
Or-
Orpheus.
Or is there 2 films? Is he doing 2? Or is
But
it a
isn't
fake
Orpheus
leak?
like a biblical thing?
It's called Odyssey,
Odyssey, that's the one. Not
and
Orpheus.
it's
Orpheus.
like back in the day of like minotaurs and shit like that. Like it's Greek legends and shit like that, which is interesting because he doesn't do CGI. You know, even in Interstellar, he created an entire field of flowers of wheat that he could
Oh yeah, I
deploy.
heard about that. That was amazing.
Like so what is he going to do with this? It's about monsters and shit. How is he going to?
Well, he's just going to get people dressed up. He's not going to like get a wolf to like stand up on its hind legs and walk around set as
I
a.
don't know what the bad guys are going to be and stuff like that, but it's about monsters and doing things like that. So I'm intrigued. I think
He'll build a labyrinth, though. You know it. He will build like a set that is like a proper labyrinth. Because if it is, doesn't he get lost in a labyrinth?
I haven't got a clue. Tenure. Right, here we go. It says here, the Odyssey is a classic piece of literature by Homer that is divided between 24 different books. I mean, it's an epic thing. It's like bigger than Lord of the Rings. Preceded by the Iliad, it tells 10-year journey of the story of Odysseus, king of Ithaca. Ithaca is a really good metal band, by the way, as he travels home after the Trojan War. Along the way, he encounters multiple perils and discovers the death of crewmates. Loads of people that are unpronounceable, and Poseidon and Zeus are all major characters. And they date this book to 750 BC. The first printed Greek version became available in 1488. It's it looks mad.
That's going to be pretty epic. Yeah. Well, the rumor has it it's his most expensive film to date, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's
Like, it's
as we
gonna
know
be-
about the people. It's Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya,
Yep.
Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson,
Yep.
Charlize Theron, and isn't Matt Damon in there as well? He's not even
Yeah, Matt
mentioned.
Damon's the lead, I think.
So yeah, so that's an IMAX film for sure. That's going to be a spectacle.
Is that 2026?
Fuck knows. It would take a normal man 10 years to make that, or
Normal man.
Ridley Scott The Weekend. So depends who you are.
New Guy Ritchie film's out this weekend.
Oh,
What's that? Where's that one?
In the Grey
In the Grey.
with Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal.
What?
it's not going to be good, is it?
Don't know. He doesn't have many.
Straight to TV as well, isn't it?
I don't know.
But that's an
Yeah.
interesting cast, though. Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. That's cool. What are they? Are they like gangsters? Are they like?
Cats.
They hold up millions of dollars in stolen money.
Oh, so they are. Yeah. They're like heist.
Like
heist.
every Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very. Oh, Rosamund Pike's in it. I love her from Gone Girl.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
Well, from Jizz Bath or whatever it was called.
Saltburn.
Yeah.
From Jizz She is
I
great. though.
got blood in my mouth. It's
She
like-
has no part in the bath of jizz.
There's all kinds of things going on in there. That you could call it "fuck my grave," blood in my mouth,
Isn't it fucked up?
jizz in the bath.
What's his name? Barry Keoghan. That wasn't scripted. It was be distraught and do what you want at a grave. And he pulled his pants down and fucked the grave. That was his ad lib.
Wow.
That's insane.
Naked
And-
dancing.
And I wonder if he was being serious or he was just trying to make people laugh. And they went, "No, that's staying in now." Oh, but no. Yeah, it's staying in now. You've licked the jizz.
It's staying in like your
This
dick
is
in the
nothing.
soil.
I mean, it gets worse. You get the vampire scene in that film as well.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert for everyone: there are no vampires, but have a think what that means.
Well, let's be honest. At one point, I don't know how you felt when I was watching it. I thought he was going to be a vampire, based on that scene alone.
No,
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought Barry Keoghan was going to turn into a vampire.
just because of cunnilingus on the blob.
Yeah. Pretty much, because I thought if he's into blood, like he's gonna just suck the blood out of that family, and I was
I
like,
think
he's gonna go for it.
he metaphorically sucked the blood out of that family.
There you
I
go.
still think that was a great film. I don't know if I want to watch it again. I think it's too disgusting
It's
to
a
watch.
fucking hard watch, man, isn't it? Like,
James, have you seen it twice yet?
Yeah, I think I did watch it twice.
I was
I
gonna
wasn't
say.
that invested the first time round, so I gave it another go.
so you just skip to those scenes that you know and love.
It was good, yeah. I mean, it was overhyped. It wasn't as good as everyone said it was, but that always happens with overhyped films.
I think it was great, and I've liked a couple of underhyped, like James, you brought up about Better Man not doing very well in the US.
Not doing very well anyway,
Underhyped,
actually.
fucking awesome. That is a film and a half.
Do you hear about the box office, Drew? It did 2.2 million.
What?
Cost 100. Better
Oh, what,
Man's
Better
done.
Man?
It's done 2.2 million box office, but cost 110.
No, they've gone over 100. They're in profit, but just
They are now, are they?
they are now. Yeah,
It's probably going to do really well, like out of cinema. I think. I just think people probably won't turn up to cinema for it, but it will probably kill it.
It should have really been a Netflix thing or something.
streamy.
Oh no,
Streaming.
you're right. Sorry, I've got it wrong. I thought it was the other way around. Yeah, cost 110. It's about to break 3.
Ooh.
Oof, that's going to leave a mark.
But it's in America. No one knows who he is. I even spoke to Peter about him. We go, do you know
The
who this
box
guy
office
is?
is a worldwide thing, though. It
And he
counts.
goes-
It's not just it's not just
He's
America.
not worldwide. He's not an American. No one in America. That's why he moved to
the
America.
box office is worldwide, I believe. It's not just one country.
Oh yeah,
Do you
it's
think-
gross worldwide. Is
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think it was Robbie Williams' face? It would be more successful than the monkey.
No,
I
because
thought
then it's just a documentary.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
fair.
thought it was brilliant. I don't care what anyone says. I think you're insane if you don't like it. And it's probably a slow burn, and it's probably a sort of thing that put people off, because who wants to go and see a Robbie Williams film? But you forget he is charismatic and funny as fuck. Even if I hate his music, I hate Take That, but he is a charismatic, funny motherfucker. It's like if someone made a film about Liam Gallagher that had nothing to do with Oasis, watch that too.
And
'cause
then he was like a lizard or something.
yeah, well, he'd be a monkey as well. He's more of a monkey.
Yeah, true.
Fucking
be an ape.
unibrows.
He'd be a gorilla.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd like to see a film. I'd like to see a real film, like an actual documentary, not biopic, not actors, with Liam Gallagher for real and Robbie Williams in it, and them hanging out. Because remember, he offered him out. He offered him out because
Oh,
they
what,
were
have a fight?
yeah, because Liam Gallagher was giving him shit because he's just a fanny in a pop band, and then Liam Gallagher and then Robbie Williams was like at the Brit Awards, like just went, $100,000 of your money, $100,000 of my money. Who wants to see me fight Liam Gallagher? And it never happened.
Boom.
And then
That's
they
a
became
shame.
friends.
Well,
'Cause in
maybe that would work as that would be a good premise for a
That'd be great.
film.
Because Robbie Williams went out with Nicole Appleton from All Saints,
Oh yeah.
got her pregnant. She got rid of the baby. And that's when the song "Never Ever Have I Ever Felt So Low.
Whoa.
You're gonna get me out of this black hole."
Black hole.
That was their first #1 hit,
Wow.
and that was just after she had aborted the baby. But it was presented in the film like she was pressured by the record company, because it wouldn't look good to have a pregnant woman
Wait,
dancing
is that in
around.
Better Man? That little
Yeah.
moment is in Better Man. Holy shit!
Nicole Appleton's like a big part of the film.
Wow.
Their romance and how they got together, and then she ends up with Liam Gallagher.
That's crazy.
But they were going to get married and stuff like that. It was deep. It was deep.
That is fucking crazy.
But that's when Robbie Williams is in like self-explosion territory, where even though he loved her, he hated the superficialness of her songs and his songs and pop world, and wanted to blow it all up. And he would rather hang out with Liam Gallagher, who's doing like interesting songs and important music. And then he hated him because he was a pop person as well. So
Yeah, but I think
he
but
ended up just doing loads of drugs and almost killing himself.
I think he started doing some really profound tracks though. Like a lot of his music, his solo stuff
Yeah,
was
like
more-
Rude Box was really profound.
was more hard hitting. Like, I'm Loving Angels instead, and some of his other stuff. Like, yeah.
So I thought I'd just let you hang in that silence for a
That's
second.
fine. That's fine. Dangle me in the silence, you bastards.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
All right, more movie news, which everyone should know already. But obviously, Squid Games 2 is out. Squid Games 3. Squid Games 3 is happening in June. So very quick. How far are you into it,
I watched the whole goddamn thing.
James? Are you into Squid Games? You seen the first one?
I did like the first one, but it takes a lot for me because I have to do dubbing, and dubbing annoys me.
What?
No.
Why?
I
No,
do.
mate, you want to
Yeah, I
watch
do
the original,
dubbing.
man?
I did dubbing.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I don't do subtitles.
No, bro,
Takes me
original
out. I'm bored
recipe.
5 minutes in if I'm reading subtitles.
Mate,
Do
original
dubbing, it's
recipe.
fine. Do dubbing, it's fine.
Have you seen the dub thing that was on Instagram? Where he goes, "I've played this game before. I've played this game before," and it just looks so bad.
I'll tell you what I have
so
watched, which is actually entertaining, is Beast Games. Have you seen that on Amazon?
Yes, I was going to bring that up as well. That is
So
brilliant.
good.
All 4 episodes. Well, 4 episodes are out. It's out every Friday on
No,
Prime.
the fifth one, the next one's aren't out yet.
What?
There's only like 3 more episodes left, I think.
Yeah, it's out every Friday or every Thursday.
Yeah, I've
That's
watched 1 to
good.
4. It is brutal.
Do you know what pisses me off about it? Right, I enjoy it, but every now and again, I just think because it's basically Squid Games for real with
You were
no
saying,
death.
yeah.
It's just silly games, but the amount of money they put into it is obscene. The winning gets 5 million. They're currently on an island worth 1.8 million, and the winner of one game gets an island, owns an island. They
Have
sign
you
a
not seen
deed
it,
for an
Drew?
island.
It's brutal. It's
And
if anything,
Doesn't
it's
it
more.
really hurt?
Somebody
You have
get
to sign a waiver saying this might fuck you up.
No, nothing
no,
hurt.
not like that.
It's,
As in,
it's
like
psychologically
it's
damaging.
psychologically. But let's put it this way: it's one episode, and I'll just tell you this one thing. Where it starts with 1,000 people, and it's down to say a couple hundred at this point, and they're like in this village, this town he's made, and he's like, right, get into groups of 3.
Cost about 10 million to build.
Yeah, he's like, right, everyone get into groups. From whoever's left, everyone get in groups of 3. So everyone picks their friends who they're closest with.
Yeah.
Because they're like, that's who you're going to live in the house with. And they've got these little homes they build up. So everyone picks their friends. First game, they're like, right, they go into this warehouse and there's loads of boxes, probably the size, like, say, 3x3 boxes, 4x4.
What's in the
like-
box?
Like rooms, empty rooms, just a window for the film crew. And each group of 3 go in the rooms. There's a telephone and a set of handcuffs on the wall. And they have to decide which person gets handcuffed and eliminated from the game.
Sounds a bit kinky, man.
But it's
They have to
brutal. in the sense that
sacrifice themselves for no
the
reason.
first game is savage. They're all in rows of like 80 or 100. And he puts up this number on the board, and if someone hits their buzzer to take that number, the entire row gets eliminated.
Yeah, sure, and they fall into like a hole.
Yeah, there's loads of games like
What's
that
the
where
bottom of the
your
hole, though,
fate
like-
is not in your hands in this thing.
We don't know.
Well, there's
But-
only a couple of games where fate is in the actual people's hands.
But that's the thing that pisses me off about it. I'm watching it, enjoying it, and then I'm thinking, this is a fucking James Bond villain with a smile. Because how fucked up is it if you became a billionaire overnight? Like I just gave you £1 billion. Apart from blowing a lot on yourself and being selfish for a bit, getting a home, getting some investments, getting yourself set up, and doing that, you'd want to be a bit of a philanthropist. Can you say the word philanthropist? There you
You
go.
just became me. You just became me.
And do something positive with the world with your spare $800 million. He creates a game and makes it fun and gives lots of money away. Granted, yeah, he makes lots of people wealthy, but it's like Bond villain-esque. It's like, I've got loads of money. I'm going to tease loads of poor people and make them
I think you
have
probably
mental
find
problems.
that's what
for the
every
rest of their
TV
life.
show is.
I
That's
get
what
it,
Who
but
Wants
this
to
is
Be a
extreme.
Millionaire is. That's what.
This is extreme. No. want to be a millionaire is you walk in with nothing and you've got 20 minutes and you might get some money. This is, I'm going to give you £1 million. There's a game where
You get to the end, though, right?
4 people win £1 million, and they all have to do is press a buzzer and accept it, and they don't take it, and in the next round, 2 of them get eliminated. So they walk away with 0, because if they don't take the money, their team continues to the next stage.
But one of the guys that didn't take the money is now into the
So-
final part of the show because everyone wants to thank him. So it's kind of like a
Yeah,
psychological.
but then you got
kind
that
of thing.
Jesus freak that's going through as well. Like, I'm gonna let Jesus tell me how to vote.
You should watch it, Drew. It's really good. It's just 4 episodes.
What's
Yeah,
on
there's
Netflix?
one
The only bad
episode
thing-
where
What's on
there's
Netflix?
Prime, where
Right.
there's 8 helicopters arrive. Like a helicopter arrives, you get a golden ticket, and then you invite 5 other your friends to go on the airplane to go to the island. Then the next airplane wins, and you have to do another game. Like they've got 8 helicopters coming.
This sounds
This
like
is-
Glass Onion meets
the
Succession.
amount of money this guy is blowing is obscene. You know,
But I see what you mean, though. He's kind of showing off in the game to create
Yeah.
a bit of kind of production value, but it's like
it's brilliant, and I
so
will watch it if he does a second series. I'm watching that, but I'm going to be judging him at the same time.
But the thing is, though, he's been doing this for years. Have you never watched his YouTube
Yeah, on
videos?
YouTube.
He recreated Squid Games on YouTube years ago. But he did it on his own. He didn't need
Hey,
Amazon.
wait, is this the same dude that looks like he seems like really kind of cool and chill, and he created that app where people are winning loads of money? And Joe
He's got
Rogan
a goatee.
and Joe Rogan was interviewing him and saying,
Not
you know that what is it? The average person makes 50 grand or something a year if they're lucky. And
Well,
he was like, oh, someone can make that in like a few hours on my app, and they were like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
he
no,
talking
that's definitely not true because everyone would do it. But he's been on TV and he said that like he probably does now, but he never used to have. Like, he used to sleep in his warehouse, and all the money he made from videos put into making the next video. So he was like, yeah, that video I did made me $3 million, but the next video I made cost $3.2 million. So I'm not like a multi-millionaire because all the money he's getting from the channel he's pumping back in.
except he is, yeah.
Now he is, yeah. But at the
Wealthy.
beginning, you could believe that he was spending all the money.
But if you look into how wealthy people operate, what did I watch? It was in the last week or so, bizarrely, that this brought up. Maybe it was talking about Mr. Beast. I can't remember. But they're talking about how wealthy people make money, in the sense that it's all a bit corrupt, in the way that it was. I think it was talking about people like Beyonce and Jay-Z and stuff like that. It's like they have, say, £60 million in a bank account, and they want to buy a home that's 20 million. They could buy that tomorrow in 24 hours, right? But instead, they loan against it, they make the bank buy it, and then they pay it back somehow and make a profit from that. Like, I'm not wording it correct, and American law is very different to British, but there's a way they can, like, even in Britain, like, if I advise people all the time, if they're cash rich and they want to buy, I'll talk about a normal place, like a house at 500 grand. They want to buy that house at 500 grand and they've got 500 grand in the bank. My advice to them is don't spend that. Speak to our broker, put 200 down. Even that's a lot. Get a small mortgage, because if you've got that amount of money in the bank, you're banking regularly. You're okay financially, right? So you can get a mortgage for 1,500 quid a month by putting 200 grand down, and you've got 300 grand to put in a second property, and then you can buy 2 properties, and that property you can buy a smaller one outright, make 100% profit from it, and then you can use that to pay your mortgage. So now you own 2 properties, and you've only got one mortgage, but the other place is paying for that mortgage, and you walk away with 500 quid profit. So you can, rather than just buying one property and doing nothing, you've bought 2, you're living for free, and you're getting profit.
Kev, you're good, man. I'm sold.
But in America, there's a weird loop that really rich people can repay back, and because they've got money in the bank making profit from interest.
They're making interest, right? They'll be making interest off the
Well,
So I think
Mr.
that might
Beast
be
was
the way
clever in the
wording it.
sense that what he did was he got his channel, and then what he did is he paid interpreters. So he had Mr. Beast Spain, Mr. Beast like China, Mr. Beast like all these different countries, so his content was accessible. So he was making all them millions of views on multiple channels at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is like
Well, it's kind
super
of like what
basic,
Mr.
super
Bean.
clever.
It's kind of like what Mr. Bean did, right? Rowan Atkinson,
Yeah.
because
Keep it
he
quiet.
didn't have any dialogue. Not that he created a game where he was like psychologically torturing people, but he did everything as kind of like a mime, almost like when we were saying in another episode about Charlie Chaplin. Because there's no dialogue, you don't have to have any kind of
It's universal,
translation
man.
between countries. So Mr. Bean is one of the most successful globally, like little TV franchises ever made.
Just
And he
like
makes
Teletubbies.
and he makes royalties not only off all of the Mr. Bean episodes, but there's even now a cartoon animation version of Mr. Bean
Yeah.
that he's absolutely rinsing it.
I enjoyed the series he brought out about 2 years ago called B, as in BEE,
Oh,
where it's
where he gets stung by the.
yeah, it's not Mr. Bean, it's Rowan Atkinson
It's Mr. B.
being no one else, but he's not being Mr. Bean the character, but he is a mute character, and it's all just chasing around a beat because he's on his own most of the time, so he's got no
Yeah.
reason to speak.
Well,
Oh,
this
by
is
the
it as
way,
well.
I'm having
He's very
some,
clever because
some
Conan-
red. Have you tried red leg rum?
no.
This is nice rum. It's vanilla and ginger infused with. It's lovely.
Ooh,
Sorry.
you do love your old rums and all that. How was the peel and
Rum-a-lum-a ding
pineapple?
dong.
How was the trash pineapple clementine?
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Is that-
Trash.
Is it gone? You took the trash out?
That lasted 3 days.
Fuck me.
It was
Wow.
lovely. It was lovely. Okay. Oh, well, we were talking about Squid Games. James, I implore you to watch it. Let's not give any spoilers away. But have you did we talk about we did last time, didn't it? It was just me and you. We talked about the stuff online about the theories. Did we?
No, I don't think we did. That's
No, because I didn't want to talk about
James.
it too much 'cause you
I
haven't seen it.
I would like you to see that episode though, because we were saying that was quite a fascinating episode though. When it was the two of us, we covered
Rock,
so
paper,
much
scissors.
ground so randomly, from zombies to something else.
Oh, our Ragewell episode, not the Squid Game episode.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we did a Squid Game episode.
Well, did you? Right. This is stuff that James won't understand, maybe, or maybe you will. In fact,
Maybe
you will.
this is quite fun for James to try and decipher what we're talking about.
Have you seen the online things about the behind the scenes of the new Squid Games that are insinuating what's going to happen?
We'll know that there's a 20-minute making of on Netflix now.
Oh, is there? I'm watching that. Right. But all the characters in the new series, they're all K-pop stars. They're all musicians. They're all singers.
So the third one's going
All
to
the
be
main
musical.
characters. You know the pregnant girl.
Musical?
You know the pregnant girl. No, it's got nothing to do with music. They're just famous people in Korea. Korea doesn't have an abundance of famous people, but they've got singers.
So it's almost like
So they've employed singers to be in
like X Factory, kind of like we're going to use really famous people.
Like Kneecap.
Yeah.
It's singers being. So anyway, the pregnant girl, apparently it's, I don't know if it's religious or cultural, more cultural, I think. But in Korean culture, if a pregnant person is in a film or a TV show, they are not allowed to be killed.
Oh, that's cool.
So the assumption is she's going to make it through.
She's good.
Or number one, number one's the bad guy, obviously.
Oh yeah, that was crazy, man.
He's either going to sacrifice himself to save number one because the TV show probably will not allow her to be killed. So she has to win, or there has to be a breakthrough where they escape.
Well, that's why I think with what's going on with the guys on the outside of the island trying to find it, without giving away too much, James, I feel like they're going to come in just in time.
Also, do you know the fishing captain who's a bad guy?
Dark. I fucking knew Sarah. We was like, there's something fishy going on. Ironically, with
do you know who he is? Do you know who everyone thinks he is? You know how the bodies that get killed, they put a little cross if they haven't been shot in the head, like they're still dying.
Yeah.
So they can harvest the organs.
Yeah.
we think that fisherman guy who's trying to find the island knows exactly the island because he goes there every day to pick up the dead bodies.
And he's pretending not to. Yeah.
You know what'd be really funny? If it turned out it was like the same island that Lost are on. And they just like bump into each other.
Just
Like,
walk
where's
around
the
and go,
plot?
Tom Hanks, what are you doing here?
Tom Hanks is there. Who else gets stuck on our
Where's
island?
the DiCaprio? No, he'd be floating in the. No,
Do
he's.
you know what popped up the other day, speaking about islands, was a clip of Family Guy, because I've been rewatching Family Guy recently.
I'm
Because I've
glad you
not
didn't
watched
say
it for
Epstein.
years. No, they go, it's like Peter does all these things like, oh, like that time I got rescued from that desert island, and this rowing boat pulls up to this island. Peter's there with his beard, ripped shirt, and all this stuff, like he's been stranded. And he's got like a monkey with him. And he's like, yeah, we're saved. And he's like, oh, get in the boat. And he gets in the boat and he's like, oh, should we save your monkey as well? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, we could teach him to sign and teach us all the things that went on the beach. And he's like, no, leave him here. He's like, no, he's fine. But why I remember it as well, this has got nothing to do with anything, but it was something funny that came up. That, again, I haven't watched South Park for years, but I've started watching it again now because I forgot how funny it was. And did you ever watch South Park when you were younger?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Did you remember the black kid called Token?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. There's a black kid in it, right, Drew, called Token.
because
And
he's the
one of
token
the
black kid in a
Wow,
white.
so for years he's called, I'm pretty sure it went on for years. He's called Token, and there's a scene where he goes to like
It's
Stan's
pronounced
house.
Tokan.
He goes to
No, it's not.
he goes to Stan's house for dinner with his parents, and Stan's parents are there, and Stan's dad's like, so gonna bring it up, but do you not think it's a bit odd you called your son Token? And his dad's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, it's like, it's like he's the token of, the community. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he's like, well, and they like, like my favorite book, my favorite book is like whatever it is, Lord of the Rings. My favorite author, I named off my favorite author. I couldn't call him was it JR JJR JRR? So I called him Token, and he's like,
Oh, Tolkien.
just looking, yeah. And they're like, wait, what? And then Stan goes, I thought your name was Token. And he goes, my name is Token. His name's been Tolkien the whole time. It's like, for fuck's sake. And I'm pretty sure that gag went on for years.
And because we had a guest on last month. It might have been Michael, I can't remember. It might have been even Drew that said it. Someone go, oh, my mate Timmy. And it was just like,
Timmy.
all I wanted to do was go, Timmy.
Yeah, no,
One of the
that
best
was when I was
fight
talking
scenes.
about. That was my Sigourney Weaver situation because
That was
Timmy
it.
could get in.
Remember the
You-
fight scene with Timmy and the other kid?
You and Timmy.
Oh my god, where it transformed into a robot. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awkward.
Oh, anyway, to go back to Squid Games for 1 second,
Yeah.
right? The other theory is that number one, he is the son of number one, the old guy from the first series,
Yeah, that's what Sarah thought. Yeah,
who's
yeah.
the owner, and they're all
Yeah.
number ones again. But also, they showed clips of the old guy from first season one him saying, "Oh, my son's allergic to milk," and in this series, he gives his milk away to the girl because he goes, "I can't have it." And he's left-handed because every time you see him as a bad guy drinking his whiskey, watching, he's left-handed,
Yeah.
and he's pretending to be someone different. So in the thing where he's doing the spinning the top,
Yeah.
he uses his right hand. That's why he keeps fucking it up. He's
Wow.
left-handed
That's so deep. I love the fact that the
because they
games.
know the bad guys are left-handed.
I
He
have
knows.
seen the clip where they all go to get the triangle cracker, and then he opens it, and it's like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's a nightmare.
Oh, you've ruined.
Oh, it's not
I was
real.
gonna say,
Okay.
tell you why.
Fuck, sorry, man. Sorry.
Because he admits that he's been in the show, and he goes the next game because they've all done red light, green light, like the first series, and he goes the next game is this. Go
He
for
has an
triangle,
anxiety
easiest, and they
attack
go to the
during it.
room, and he has the nightmare that he's told them, and he's fucked it for everyone, and he's going to get blamed. But they go to the next game, and it's completely different. None of the games repeat apart from.
This is why I'm really glad that none of the games repeat, but they get brutal as it goes
Have you
on.
seen the wall on the wall behind? They usually have drawings of the games, and there's a picture of like monkey bars. That hasn't happened yet, so that's going to
One
happen.
of them's
soon.
loose, do you reckon, or something, like the glass floor one?
Oh shit!
No, it's not in there. That's not on the. That's not on the
No, what I'm
picture of
saying
the
is,
wall.
do you reckon one of the things is loose, like the glass floor one?
And it could be like really high
Oh,
above spikes.
I don't know. One of the guesses is that they'll have there's checkers on the painting on the wall. So the guess someone's had, which a lot of people are running with, but no one knows, is that it's going to be 456, which is the main protagonist, versus number one, who is the actual bad guy, and they're going to play a game of chess against each other. But every part of the chessboard is humans, and they've got to kill. Like a pawn has to go and stab the,
Oh,
You
wow.
do
has
both
to
know
kill
that
the next guy to win.
the real Squid Games used to be on when we were at college, like on TV with real.
Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, Takeshi's Castle.
What?
That's mad
Dude, you
shit.
never watched Takeshi's Castle?
No,
You are
man.
Yeah,
missing out. It's a
you've seen
Japanese
it.
game show, right? And it's so ridiculous. Like the first, like, I only ever saw like 3 people get to the final or win out of like hundreds of episodes. There's episodes where there'd be like a running track and there's like 3 doors and you have to get through like 5 doors, but you have to run like full speed. 2 of the doors are polystyrene, one of them's like wood. So people just run full speed and splat. There's one that's stepping stones, like boulders over a lake, but one of them is just like completely unattached, and if you tread on it, they just like fall face down and face plant into a rock. Or they'll go. It's like Total Wipeout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a better, a less safe version of that, should we say?
Lovely.
Batshit. Batshit.
It's
That
so
was great.
funny.
Do
Because
you
even
remember
Total
Nightmare?
Wipeout, they had to do it in like Panama or something, Costa Rica, because they weren't legally allowed to do it in England or America.
Do you remember the game Nightmare? Where
Yeah,
they
Yeah, I do actually. That was like the original VR, wasn't it?
that game
Forward,
was so
left.
powerful when they're the characters stepping forward and like, do you want to go through that door, and then you got weird creatures and
Oh,
like
if you watch
yeah,
it now, it's proper rubbish.
they just did what they were told, didn't they? Because it was someone else in the studio going one step left, one step
Yeah.
right, and then
Well, no, the funniest thing
time.
was it was their mates from like they're like it's like the college team or whatever, and they come up with a name for the name of the group, and there's 2 people up there having a laugh while the person down there doesn't have a clue what's going on, and they're having to trust
to
them.
bring back in today's society. Get people, but you've got to tell people what to do. Like you've got the map or some shit. That would be a good idea for a game again.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember a few years back they had a computer game TV show where they'd have celebrities playing normal people, and they'd pick a game. It'd be on random or
Who was the
whatever. They'd
host?
play
Wasn't
Tekken.
Greg Davis? Who was it?
No,
Great David.
it was the other big guy from Mock the Week, Dara
Right.
O'Brien.
Dara O'Brien, yeah.
Dara
That
O'Brien.
was quite good, actually. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, they got 2 people to play like Mario Kart against each other, and if the member of the public won, they got a prize, and if the celebrity won, I don't know, I can't remember.
I think something I would do well now, because the video game industry is booming at the moment.
Do you want to know my next bit of movie news that's got nothing to do with news that I found very interesting? I don't know how true it is.
Go on.
Has everyone heard the fact that everyone's heard of this game? The fact that there's been a massive delay, and I'm talking like 5-year plus on
About
Grand
GTA.
Theft Auto
Yeah,
6.
6.
The theory now is that they created this world that is going to be the best computer game in existence, but now they've realized that with the world changing so much in the last few years, they're going to they're putting more into it. So they think people are going to be able to immerse themselves in the game so much they can set up businesses, as in real businesses in the game, and then people can walk into that business and physically actually purchase, and people can make profit buying items in a game.
Yeah, but that's like Second Life.
Well, there we go. I didn't.
There was a thing called Second Life because it was on the news because
That was
a
basically
guy-
like Sims, though. That was just
a
losing Sim.
guy in Second Life, he created a new life for himself, and he was having an affair with a real woman who was a different character in Second Life, but in his real life, his wife found out, and then she's like, "I'm divorcing you," and he's like, "Wait, it's just a game." And she's like,
Yeah.
"You were getting up to some crazy shit on this Second
But
Life."
was he
Bear
making
in
money?
mind how
He was making real money, yeah.
When do you think GTA 5 came out? Bearing in mind they still haven't released 6.
I think it was like 2010 or something earlier.
2012.
2013.
Oh,
This game is 13 years in the making, nearly. Because it ain't coming out this year, is it? Let's be honest.
No, but they're going to deliberately create legally that you can set up an actual business and buy and sell goods or
They
services.
need to be really careful because this could be another. You might not know about it. Cyberpunk. It was an open world game that looked phenomenal, so good.
Was
But the
that with
problem
Keanu
was,
Reeves?
it was so good that very little things could power it properly. So it was like glitchy, it was buggy, it was a
I heard
nightmare.
about that.
Nowadays, it's been patched and it's actually a thing of beauty to look at. It doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, Keanu Reeves is in it. He's the main character. Well, one of
But
the
don't
main
you rebuild
characters.
yourself? Like you build like you're like half
Oh,
robot, half.
honestly, you could spend days talking about that game. Like
Right, right.
visually, it looks better than any futuristic city film. You look at Blade Runner. I don't know, anything up in the neons in the front. You know what? It's mental. It's a thing of beauty to look at. But the
See, I
game
went.
itself is like completely open world. You can go into basically any building you want. You can interact with like vending machines on the street, stupid things like that. Cats and dogs walking past you. Like you can. It's basically like futuristic GTA. You can go and just nick people's cars and all that stuff. You have like a house and clothes and a bed. It is pretty mental.
See, I wish I gave a shit to be able to play games. I just don't have the time or inclination, and also I feel like if I did, I'd lose my life, and I don't want to do that.
Now,
So,
I'm quite good that I can pick it up and play it for half hour, 45 minutes, put it down and not touch it again for a week or two.
but I do like the idea of Grand Theft Auto. Like, I love
You'd,
that game. I
someone
don't
like
like
you,
complex. I think everything's got really complex. There's like a million buttons. Like even if I go to my mates Ryan's to play FIFA, I fucking need to relearn how to play FIFA because all
yeah,
the
this is
buttons
the
have
problem.
changed
I
and the
think
tricks and
you
like.
nowadays would appreciate video games more than what you did when you were younger because the
But I don't
games when
want
we
to.
were
I want to play
younger.
Mario Kart. I don't want to play stuff that takes like a week to learn how to
That's
play
because
it.
you've never played. No, no, it takes you 2 seconds to learn. The best games have the simplest controllers. But
That's what I mean. I want an easy
if you
game. I don't
picked
want.
up something like, I don't know, Ghost of Tsushima, which is a story about a samurai, that the opening scene is in a massive war, samurai against like foreign invaders, and he gets injured, and you like get him back to health. You like it's basically like movies. They're essentially movies, like because the Ghostbusters video game was apparently going to be like the third movie, but they made it into like a video game. Like the plot in it is amazing. It's actually really good, and there's other things well, like
But that's what I mean. I haven't
sub
played
game, like the
computer games.
Spider-Man game
I haven't
on
played.
the.
Yeah, but I haven't played computer games for 20 years. That I don't care about stories. I just want to play a thing where I fight something or race someone or do
See,
a
if someone
thing.
likes movies, I'd say the
Not
Spider-Man
too
2
involved.
game is one of the best Spider-Man plots out of
I'm
all
sure
the
it is,
movies.
but I don't care about the plot. I just
I
want to
like to see.
swing from buildings and kick people
You
and
can do
progress
that
to
as
the
well.
next
That's the
level.
beauty about the games. You've got two options. You can play the story, or you can just go exploring somewhere.
Yeah, I just don't want to get deep into something. I just want to play and then walk away, not be involved. But like I said, the only games I like playing is the stuff that me and you used to play at our house when we played Buzz, the question game. We played Guitar Hero, and we played
Well,
FIFA.
nowadays the modern day Buzz is called Jackbox.
See,
It's hilarious.
but do you have a little buzzer or is it remote control?
Better. No, it's better. Use your phone as a controller.
It's
But
not
they'll.
better than a physical buzzer. The
Oh
buzzer was
no,
cool.
the games are so much better. I'll send you some screenshots. There's one called Drawful. So it's basically like Pictionary, except you have to draw it on your phone with your finger with like one color. But it'll be things like Waffle Jump or Beyonce Knowles concert. So you have to draw something that looks like a Beyonce Knowles concert in 30 seconds with one color and your finger. It's like impossible to draw the things what it is. Like we had one the other. I'll send
Okay.
you. There's some like one called Fibbage, and it will encourage you to be rude. It'll be like, oh, in 1980, there was a sex toy with the Queen's head on. What was it called? And everyone puts in their answers. So it's basically like Cards Against Humanity, but you can write whatever you want, and it will show all the answers, and people have to vote what it is.
Yeah, I've heard. What's that game called?
Fibbage.
Fibbage.
But the
Okay,
actual thing is called Jackbox, and each Jackbox game you get like a stack of 5 games.
it's the same as that I can't remember what the game's called. There's another game where it's like words where they pick a random word that is no one's ever heard of, and then everyone tries to make up the meaning for it.
Similar, yeah, but
And then
because I
everyone
don't
has to
like Cards
vote
Against Humanity, I don't
which
think it's
one
a
they
very
think's
good
real.
game because you're sat there with rubbish cards. It's like I can't even be funny with this. You can write whatever you want. It's just like you can go nuts.
Yeah. Right, Drew, you sound like you were giving treats to a cat. I heard some shaking,
I was doing some treats to cats for sure.
smashing.
Smell.
There's two. I've got 2/3 more movie news things. One is, have you heard that Blade Runner 2099 is coming out soon, and it's going to be a series rather than a film, I believe.
Ooh, who's in it? Is it still Ryan Gosling or?
No, I think it's even more interesting because it's got Michelle Yeoh, who I
Cool.
love. It's got Tom Burke. He's the guy from
Oh,
Furiosa.
yeah. There's that TV series. Strike.
He was in Only God Forgives as well. He was in Mank, Strike,
Strike.
Lazarus, Strikes. Yeah, he was in Strike, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's a TV series. He plays a really cool detective that's like a ex-war veteran.
It's
I thought of a
also,
good film that's coming out next year. I'm excited for.
one
He's in
sec,
Furiosa as well.
one sec. It's also got Hunter Schafer from Euphoria.
Oh shit!
She's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah. And Cuckoo.
And Cuckoo, which I've not seen yet, but it is $49.99 on Prime, and I will
Ooh.
be watching it at some point soon. So it's got an interesting younger cast, so I think it's going to be a different vibe. But
Hmm.
the few visuals I've seen of it look. I hated Blade Runner. I liked the original Blade Runner, the new one that came out with Anna de Arms, and
Gosling.
so shit. I couldn't get through it. I couldn't
What?
finish it.
Wow.
That
Well, I
is
got a
rare.
film I'm looking forward to that's
Oh.
on a similar sort of vibe, but you two won't care for it because the last one was like a bit average. Is Tron Ares?
Yeah, we mentioned that last week.
I haven't
Another
seen
good.
any of the Trons, man. I knew
Have
that
you
Idris
not?
Elba was in one of them, but I
None
don't.
of,
You've
none of them
never
are
seen
that
the
good.
original Tron?
They're
No.
not that good.
For what the original one was, for what it was, amazing because it was so different.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it is
not-
The
so.
second one was a bit of a kind of it was one of the films where it's not good, but it's not bad. It's just like it's just okay.
It wasn't
I
good.
feel like you. I feel like you like it because it kind of feels a little bit Godzilla-esque because they're in big monsters that are
It's like
going
There's
around.
no monsters in Tron. There's literally
Well,
zero monsters in Tron.
Tron's about
It's all
racing
humans.
cars.
It's humans and bike racing.
Wait, what am I thinking of?
I don't know
No
what you're
idea.
thinking.
With Idris Elba.
Pacific Rim.
District Rim. That's what I'm thinking of. Fuck me. Sorry,
Right,
guys.
that's
Tron's
Tron.
like that.
It's like
That looks cool.
laser
That actually looks
bikes.
cool. That looks like the Olympics, but like the future version.
It's
Yeah, it's
basically
racing,
about
but it goes.
yeah.
But
The
they're on tracks that go
Yeah,
like
Jeff
right
Bridges, isn't it?
angles.
Jeff Bridges is in it,
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
old and young at the same time. But I thought that one was good, but I'm a fan of the original, so it was
It's
kind of a bit nostalgic.
2010. 15 years later, the next one's coming out.
Yeah, I thought it was good for what it was. It was one of the films you stick on, not pay too much attention, and kind of it's a bit of fun.
Right.
And Daft Punk are in it, which is quite good. And that guy, not who's the famous English actor that's in it? Who is also he's always going back and forth with David Tennant. What's his name?
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen. Yeah.
He's Welsh. No one? No one?
Well, no, you're going to say something.
Wait, what?
Well,
What
I
do you mean?
was. All right. I've got more interesting things in the sense of a new film that we've mentioned a couple of times, but the things we've mentioned about it has been zero because no one knows anything. But now we know some things.
Just that. Perfect. Just that. That's all
And
perfect.
this is something I'm very interested about. We mentioned before about Tom Cruise having a new film and it
Ooh.
not being a Mission Impossible one. It's going to be one with actual acting and it's going to be more serious.
Not an action film.
Yeah, well, probably will be, but it's going to be more exciting. Remember, we talked about the photo of him underwater. So,
Interview with the Vampire 2?
this is the title of the film. Apologies, there is no title of the film.
Can I guess what it is first?
What do you mean? How can you guess what it is?
Was. Oh, you said there's no title.
There's no title.
Oh, okay.
But even if there was, what would you guess from Tom Cruise is doing a film that you've never heard of?
Inspector Cruise.
Right. It's an untitled Alejandro G. Inarritu film. I'll tell you what he's done before in a minute.
Children of Men.
But this is coming out in 2026. And the synopsis is the most powerful man in the world causes a disaster and embarks on a mission to prove that he is the savior of humanity.
Donald Trump.
Listen to this cast. Tom Cruise, Jesse Plemons, John Goodman, Sandra Hüller from Anatomy of a Fall, and the German one that was one of my favorites of the year, The Zone of Interest.
Zone of Interest, yeah.
Also Riz Ahmed.
What?
And Michael, what's his name?
Fassbender.
Stuhlbarg. This
I like
guy.
how he started with the actors and then just gradually went downhill with how much we care about them.
Well, that's how you list them off. But yeah, so this is the director of films such as The Revenant,
Brilliant.
Birdman, which is
Not
brilliant
seen.
as well. So it's gonna be interesting.
Revenant's amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, going back real quick to Nosferatu, it had elements of The Revenant in it.
Drew, have you seen the original Nosferatu yet?
No.
It's very difficult to
I'm
watch.
not watching that. It's bullshit.
I watched
a clip today. Like, not to take away, it was a masterpiece of its day, yes, but its day was 1922, so get fucked. Like, I watched a clip today. It was 2 minutes, and it says the scariest part of Nosferatu, and it was just a man going, and then a screen coming up of words going, he is scared. Like, it just a black screen with letters.
The downside with the movie is it's an 80-minute movie that could be 40 minutes because
be 20
when the blocks come up, the reading blocks come up, they're on for like way too long. You read and then you're just waiting.
But the scariest bit in the whole film is everyone knows what the old Nosferatu looks like, the little guy, and it's basically a doorway, and it's him going, and then cuts to the doorway, and he just looks like a midget walking to the doorway.
Yeah, but just think,
and then he just gets a bit
1922,
bigger
that's insane.
and fills the doorway. It's just like, I'm not.
1922, like.
Still, I'm not sitting through that. Comedies in that era were funny. Horrors are not going to be scary from that era. And the new Nosferatu, which James doesn't know because he was a fanny and didn't go and see it. Epic. James, you've told us for 3 months every episode, you've not shut up about it, saying this is my most look forward to film of the year. You need to go this week. I promise you.
And you will love it because of, James always talks about sound in film and sound effects.
There was a reason I didn't go.
I don't care about the reason. You still need to go.
There's a pretty good reason. The reason I didn't go.
I did the spoiler special. I don't need to talk about it now. Go and see it. I want to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to the cinema and be sneezing and blowing my nose every 5 seconds because it's not very fair on everyone else, is it?
Just go next week. It's going to be out for a few weeks.
I just said I didn't go the other day because I had a cold all weekend.
No, I get that, but don't not go.
I was thinking about everyone else for a change.
That's very kind.
New year, new me.
No, you weren't. Go and see it.
That's very kind.
Just go and see it, whether it's this week, next week, 2 weeks' time.
I'm going to see it.
Do not. If you wait for streaming, I'll fucking kill you. Because this is not a film you stream.
I've been all over Billy at the moment.
No, don't change the subject. This is not a film.
This is cinema, dude.
iPad.
That's what Billy is, streaming.
No, cinema all the way.
If you watch that on streaming, it's blasphemy, and any opinion you have is
If you
void.
watch Nosferatu on streaming, it'll be Nosferatu.
It's all about the sound. It's all about the atmosphere. It's all about the big fucking experience. Certain films you can watch whenever, wherever, but this is like, if you don't watch it in the biggest screen possible, not at the back, go as close as you can, fill your void.
I've got my seats that I go to every time, thank you.
Yeah, well, you pick the wrong ones, because every time you send a photo, I'm like, that's miles away.
I
Look,
never
you might as
send a
well be
photo
watching
to
the
you
TV
in
at
of
home.
the screen. I sit on the balcony bit at the front every time.
Go closer.
No,
Why?
I like the balcony because I'm not near people.
Well, book at a time where no one's going to be seeing it in 2 weeks' time or next
Yeah,
week.
but people. Bleh.
Yeah, I've said on the previous
Is it better than
episode,
Sonic 3?
our Nosferatu special, that I've got my seat and too many people were there, so I moved around front to be away
Is
from
it
people.
better than Sonic 3?
That's
It's better than everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Better than Deadpool Wolverine?
It's a different category. How can you compare
yeah, but dude, it's a
horror,
different category to Sonic.
silly comedy?
Wait, you just said it was better than Sonic.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You're trying to say Black Sonic is Nosferatu, so it compares?
What's Blackhead got anything to do with anything?
Flash.
Black Sonic.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Flash Sonic. Oh,
You're saying that's why it compares, but you
Keanu
can't compare
Reeves.
it to Deadpool Wolverine.
None of them are in the same category. As a horror goes,
I can't think of another. Well, actually, no.
It's the best horror.
Here's one then. As far as horror
It's the
goes,
best
my
horror.
favourite horror film of recent memory, Late Night with the Devil, is it better than that?
yes, by a fucking
That's a
mile.
bold move to say by a
It's
mile.
not bold, it's obvious.
it is phenomenal, dude.
It's
Mate, the
miles better.
atmosphere is just, it takes your breath away. Like,
It's just
and
funny.
there's no
It's polarizing. It's one of them films because the reviews are
I
either,
was
and everyone
scared.
said this, they're either like people love it or hate it. There's like no middle ground.
no,
Good.
man.
Good. That is the epitome of what a good film is. If everyone's saying it's good, if everyone's at a like go by your 10-star rating, if everyone's
Seven.
at five star, then that's a failure. You want ones and tens. Then that shows a divide. The people who think it's one are, I was going to say a horrible word there, not intelligent.
They can't appreciate good cinema.
You don't have to, even if you didn't like the plot is basic. The plot is simple. We've seen it a million times. It's not about that. It's
the
about
way it's executed.
acting.
It's the way it's executed.
It is phenomenal. It's like
Will it go down as a classic like
It's-
Bram
it's-
yeah.
Stoker's?
It's like if you went to see a child's play at a school and you went, "What the fuck is this?" And then
Nativity.
someone gave one of the dads $50 million and went, "You do a better version then," and they fucking did. It's like that because you've
To
seen
be
that
clear,
child
Reef's
version so many
Nativity
times.
had aliens.
What a
so
weird analogy,
Do
I know,
better than
sorry.
Yeah,
that.
that was the craziest analogy I've ever
But you
heard
know,
you say.
but you know what I mean? Because the previous films have been very basic and very standard, and you're like, "Oh, another one of them." No, it's
But,
infinitely
but
better.
like you say, it's not just the budget. It's more like if you got Scorsese to do a nativity play, and you'd be like, "Wow, this is."
Well, let's call
Or
apples.
you could have said Mel Gibson
Look,
because
let's
Mel
call
Gibson
apples for
literally
apples,
did
right?
that.
This is, regardless of what you want to call it, it's a modern. This is the newest version of a Dracula movie because it is a Dracula movie.
It's banging. Mate.
Yeah, we know. We
So,
discussed all that
Before that,
the
we
show.
had Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Bram Stoker's, which is up here.
Well,
That's
did you hear what we were discussing on the last episode? Because this year is all about the Frankenstein model.
That's what I was about to get to. We had
Two
Mary
of them.
Shelley's Frankenstein, which is probably the.
Really good.
I mean, there's not much to compare it to. There's been how many vampire films there have been compared to Frankenstein? Probably like 100 to 1.
Yeah, that's probably just under 10 that I'm aware of.
Wasn't
Frankenstein.
it Blades? They all go into it. Dracula's in that.
Oh,
Blades.
vampires are like loads, yeah.
Yeah, vampire films compared. How many Frankenstein films can you list apart from Mary Shelley's? Like,
Young Frankenstein?
that isn't animated.
That
or
is
something, or a
brilliant.
kids film.
Young Frankenstein's
Comedy.
classic black and white comedy.
Yeah, with
is it?
Gene Wilder, man, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah, they got
There's
one
a
with
few
the Robbie
animated
Rye.
ones like Hotel Transylvania. They're funny films, by the way. But yeah, there's not a lot been of Frankenstein. Are they going to do like a movie madness?
Frankenstein.
Do that, then do Wolfman or
Robert De Niro and Kenneth Branagh was in Frankenstein in 1994. One of the
sounds
earliest
amazing.
ones is 1931.
So if we say are they doing like a
Lisa Frankenstein
MonsterVerse?
came out last year.
Are they doing a MonsterVerse like they did with the rebrand of King Kong and Godzilla?
That's the plan.
They gave them their individual ones, so you'll
with
get
Wolfman
the
starting this year.
Nosferatu / Dracula, Wolfman, then Frankenstein.
Nosferatu
then
is not part of anything. Nosferatu is Robert
There'll be
Eggers.
Wolfman and Frankenstein, and they'll bring in Dracula at some point.
Wolfman is the beginning of something.
Can you remember Penny Dreadful? Did you ever watch that?
No.
The TV series, yeah, with Eve Green and
You would love that, Kev.
Eva
It was
Green is
basically
great.
Josh Hartnett.
mini films of
Nah, I'm not interested in that.
what you're just talking about exactly what
No, it
that
was
is.
really well done.
I didn't say I
Yeah.
liked it.
It was really well done.
You were just saying how much. Oh, so you're not into like Wolfman and Frankenstein and that.
The films, yes, but I don't want to watch it watered down to TV series.
It's not watered down. It's excellent. Penny Dreadful was so good.
It was really well done, to be fair.
Yeah, it was really. It came at the wrong time. That it kind of like wasn't. It was before the Netflix boom, wasn't it? Really, it wasn't. If it was out now, it would be amazing. So hopefully they bring that back or rework it because it was really because Penny Dreadfuls were like little tales, weren't they? That's what a Penny Dreadful is. It's like a short tale or a short story or something.
Alrighty.
With a serious budget, yeah.
But Penny Dreadful's an actual term, isn't it? Of like mini stories or something. That's why it's called that.
Atmospheric.
Serious. Cool.
But yeah, that was a wicked show. I forgot about that completely. I might try and find that actually. Also, same sort of vibes is
Guys, look, Penny Dreadful.
Yep.
Is getting 8.2 on IMDb.
It's amazing.
I only watch things above 8.3.
You
But you
douche.
watch Robbie Williams.
You douche.
That was a
Mate,
9.8.
8.2 for a TV series is epic.
How many votes?
134,250.
When was that released? A long time ago, wasn't it?
Naughties.
It was released
So it went on for like 10 years.
2014.
Fuck off.
Oh, not that long ago actually. I thought it was longer ago than that.
Isn't
We'll
it
do
weird?
10 years.
10 years doesn't sound long ago, but that is a long time ago.
That's a decade, bro. That's a decade.
Right. Shall we switch it up into Golden Globe mode?
Woo!
So, for everyone listening to this one that doesn't listen to all of the episodes, we know some of you are out there, you gits. On if you rewind, this is episode 86. If you rewind to episode 80 and 81, 80 we discussed the Golden Globe predictions for movies in 99% of the categories, and in episode 81 we discussed the majority of we make all the predictions for the TV shows. So obviously we're going to deviate and chat about stuff, but ultimately we're in a minute we'll talk about the general vibe of the bits we've seen about Golden Globes, the comedy bits first, and then we'll go into quiz mode. And luckily none of you need to do quiz. We're just going to run through the
Or are we going to save
game,
it for next week because we're already past the hour mark?
and we'll
Or are we
see.
going to go for a monster marathon tonight?
And we'll see what we got and see who wins, and that'll be it. But I'll let you guys guess what you guessed, and then I'll tell you who won.
That's cool.
So
I was under the influence of Ashwanga, not Ashwanga.
Nosferatu Negroni.
No, it was
Careful.
it was the Japanese beer, Asahi.
Asahi.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So before we go into it, has anyone seen any clips that they want? Did you see the clip about
Vin Diesel?
the Vin Diesel one where he walks up to the stage and the first thing he said, he goes, "Hi, Dwayne."
Yeah, but Vin Diesel would get his ass kicked by The Rock, don't you? Like he looks old and ridiculous these days.
The Rock sat there and he just goes, and that's it. Doesn't respond, doesn't do a nod of
That's because he
recognition.
knows he'd go and smack the shit out of him if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, Vin Diesel's
small,
not exactly
Rock's
small
big.
either,
Vin
but
Diesel
yeah.
is not a big. Well, he's a big dude, but he's not a big dude anymore.
Yeah, but he's the Groot now, isn't he? I am Groot.
They're
He
adults.
just says, "I am Groot." That's all he needs to do.
They're adults. No one's fighting.
What was the
It's
other voice part he did? He did another one. Iron Giant. He was the Iron Giant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And all he goes is,
He gets
great
paid
movie,
a
by the
fortune
way.
to say I'm Groot and or.
Vin
How
Diesel.
good is the Iron Giant?
Vin Diesel is rubbish. Let's just admit it. Vin Diesel was rubbish at everything.
Good in Groot.
No, he's just rubbish.
He was great in Saving Private Ryan, actually.
I could do that. He was not in Saving Private Ryan.
Wait,
Yes, he
no.
is.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Also, he's in
What?
he's in Boiler
He has
Room.
one of the most. Hang on. He has one of the most emotional scenes where he's trying to save a little girl. He's trying to help rewrite her diary because it's covered in blood from her dad.
Early Vin Diesel wasn't an action hero. He was in Boiler Room. Do you remember Boiler Room, the original Wolf of Wall Street movie?
No.
No, but seriously, that
Great
scene,
movie.
mate, that scene in Saving Private Ryan is so emotional because he gets shot by a sniper and it's raining and he's like on the ground and they're like telling him to stay still.
He's wet and dead.
He's wet.
Drew,
and
have you
dead.
seen Boiler
Well, he's
Room?
wet and dying.
Drew, have you seen Boiler Room?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's got
Amazing movie.
again. It's got another guy from Saving Private Ryan. It's got the medic in it.
Who's the main guy?
Yeah,
The
Gone in
guy
60
plays Seth.
Seconds. Gone in 60 Seconds guy. Giovanni something. Giovanni.
That
something.
film was the film we used to watch. If we had a bad sales day, we'd go home and watch that film.
Giovanni.
But
Let me
nowadays,
see.
you know it was about Jordan Belfort, don't you?
Giovanni Ribisi or something. Hang on.
Is that his name? He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah. He plays the medic in Saving Private Ryan.
What's on there? Can't see. Yeah, you still can't see my face, anyway. Oh. I watched a Kevin Costner film the other day, Revenge. Have you seen that one?
Giovanni Ribisi. I was very close.
Oh, by the way, since you guys have banged on about it so much, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves has just come on Netflix a couple of weeks ago. So
I've seen it a million
watch
times.
I know,
Have you
that's
seen
the
Revenge?
point. I've
with
not seen
Kevin
it
Costner?
since it came out, so I'm going to give it another go,
I watch it
and
all the time.
and I'll tell you if it's shit or not by
Kev,
modern
I watch it literally every couple of months. I'm not even joking.
You are weird.
Have you seen Revenge with Kevin Costner?
Nope.
Amazing.
We're deviating. Golden Globes. Let's
Yeah. We've gone away from the gold.
What did anyone see any clips like Nikki Glazer jokes?
Yeah, I was watching a lot of
The
stuff.
jokes
Kieran
were
Culkin.
painful.
Right.
They were like drawn out, almost like the crowd were waiting for the laughter gag.
James, tell
laughter
me a joke, and then Drew will go on to the best celebrity ever.
I can't tell you anything she said because I don't remember it. But I remember I was looking at the clips today, and she was saying something. It was cut into the audience. It was kind of like a delayed. Yeah, it's like
She's great, but the problem is in these sort of scenarios, they are very forced, and you've got to tease the group.
Wrong. Ricky Gervais.
Oh no, yeah, Ricky Gervais
He
is the
absolutely
only outlier.
killed it.
But you watch any other celebrity, they're all Americans, and it's Americans that can't do it because Americans are more formulaic.
If I didn't know she was a comedian, I wouldn't have said that was a comedian hosting that show.
The one joke, it wasn't even funny, it was a good observation, is him when did you see the bit where she took the piss out of Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, when she said the eyelashes.
Adam Sandler bit.
And Adam Sandler. And then she
Yeah,
called
but
Adam Sandler.
so like lazy.
And Adam Sandler's like, oh, Chalamet.
Yeah, but you looked at him, and even he didn't want to do that in his face. He was like, oh, fuck's sake.
He would have been told. He wouldn't have been surprised.
You looked at him, it was like, even when it cut to him, he was like, do I have to do this?
It's planted, though.
It's like, not off the cuff.
It was primary school, maybe secondary school humour level style that maybe the teachers wrote for you.
A bit that made me laugh was when she said, what was it, like movie star, Kate Blanchett, Kate Winslet, and Colin Farrell. And then it went, and TV star, Kate Winslet, Kate Blanchett, and Colin Farrell, because she was cussing how, like, you've got movie stars tonight, and then you've got people on TV. And it was like they were in the same category. That was really
that is one wacky thing has happened over the last few years, that movie stars have migrated into TV shows because of Netflix and stuff.
Elevated TV, in my opinion, because like when we were talking about Disclaimer, which we've never actually discussed in the in Rage Whale, but
oh my god,
that almost feels like a movie split into like 8 or 7 hours. Like it's so epic.
I know what we should do in the future. We need to discuss. I need to jot everything down. In fact, I'll do it now.
Add it to
the list that we never refer to.
No, we're doing it right now.
Not like anyone's recording this, is it?
No, fuck everyone. They can listen. Right. Netflix. Do you both have Netflix?
Of course.
Yes.
Do you actually, Drew?
Yes.
The only thing I don't have is Disney and Apple.
If we talk about films or something that we can watch, then we won't. Oh, no one's going to be forced to watch anything, obviously. But if we can watch something, now, Drew, you don't have Prime, do you?
No, I've got Prime. You WhatsApp us and you threaten us, Kevin. That's what it is.
To save you time, Kev, I have Prime in every extension.
Wait. No,
Netflix. The only thing I
not
don't have
save
is
me time. I'm
Disney
going to
and
go.
Apple.
I'm writing it down in order so I don't fuck it up.
You're
You've
an
got
older.
Drew. You've got Prime now.
I'm connected. I need to explain it to you. Yeah, but yeah,
Got Prime.
hoping. Yeah,
That sounds like no.
it's a yes, but it's
In the near
like
future.
it's a yes, but it feels like it's on timing. It could be taken away. I don't know.
If the police are listening, Drew's got a dodgy box.
Mate, you can
He's
have
somewhere
things.
in
My
Brighton.
parents who live in a different address use my Prime.
That's what I was thinking.
Drew
That's exactly what it
is
is.
somewhere
Yeah.
in Brighton.
Okay,
He's
cool.
currently selling dodgy boxes.
Cool.
So you have, like, if I said you have to watch a Prime film tomorrow, you could do that.
This is what I mean. These are the threats, Kev. These are the threats.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
answer the question.
Yes.
Okay.
If I say, could you
now.
order
You
this
just say that in a
lead
German
get it
accent,
tomorrow?
so I feel a bit more intimidated.
Can you watch the Prime?
No, I mean, can you answer the question? But it's fine.
Answer the question. Do you both have Now TV/Sky?
No.
Yes.
Yes, and no. Yes, I do.
So, James, have you got Sky Atlantic, things like that, to watch things like Penguin, those sort of
Yes.
stuff?
This
Yes.
feels like a quiz on who has the
yes,
most
yeah.
TV.
Okay.
Can't feel like people don't want to hear this. Like listen
Yeah.
to
No,
our
this is
subscriptions.
interesting. Who's got what? Disney. Are we all
No.
on Disney?
No.
No.
Although,
No.
no,
You
I'm
fucking
getting it
kidding
next
me?
week because I'm getting it next week. So yes, I will have as of next week.
Apple. Do we all have Apple?
I will have as of next week
Yeah, I've got
Right.
Apple.
But
Drew
not
is
for
a
long.
yes, and James is a question mark.
because it looks a
I've
bit
got
shit.
Banana as well. Banana's absolutely smashing it these days.
I've
Right,
got
everyone's got
Paramount,
access-
I've got
right.
Mubi, I've got Shudder,
Silly.
I've got Your Mother,
Well,
Oh, so
I've got your OnlyFans. That's
I
getting
think
expensive.
Your Mother would be quite a cool streaming platform. Just like, are you on Your Mother? Yeah.
so
Your
James,
Mother.
you've got Mubi and Shudder. Have you got Paramount Plus?
I've got every extension on Prime. I've got a problem.
Wow.
That's a
You've
lot
got
of money.
problems.
Yeah. It's a real
It's more
situation.
than enough. Good. Silly question, but I got to ask: has everyone got access to BBC iPlayer, ITVX, Channel 4, etc.?
Well, hopefully everyone, right?
Well, you
To a
got
degree.
Yeah, because on Channel 4, the last 2 nights, I've watched In-Betweeners 1 and 2. Great
Brilliant.
Great
movies.
films.
Okay,
By the
so
way, quite a hot tip. If you're ever short of films, go onto the Channel 4 app or the ITV app. They have loads of movies on there.
why don't you guys have Disney? It's probably the cheapest one out of the lot.
But I've seen all the films I want to see on there, so why would I want to pay for it?
It's right.
They have TV series.
It's got Deadpool and Wolverine. You've
Seen
also
it.
got a new series coming out called Paradise with James Marsden from Sonic 3. But
Great.
you've also got, I just watched Rivals, which was brilliant,
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
with the guy who plays, I was going to say Ted, not Ted. Who's the serial
Ted
killer?
Lasso
Who's the serial killer in Muswell Hill that I know? I don't know.
in Muswell Hill.
Des.
Okay, I've got
Dennis
MGM
Nielsen.
Plus as well, by the way.
Who plays Dennis Nielsen? What's his name?
David Tennant.
Tennant. Rivals is a new program with David Tennant, and he is an evil fucker in there.
So
But
amazing.
Add MGM Plus for me. That's another good one.
MGM Plus.
Where are we with the Golden Globes? Like, what was this? Take a
Sorry,
left down.
we had to deviate because
Take a left down TV
I
lane.
feel that we talk about stuff and then the responses are, I don't have that, or I do have that, or I'm getting it next week. So I just want to know where we're at.
So is this the proof that you're just going to replay
No,
this
just-
clip?
Just so I can go like, have we all watched this? And if James goes, no, I can't watch, I don't go, why haven't you fucking watched Squid Games? When he does have Netflix, the bell end.
So it's just to call us out. It's to call us out on our bullshit, basically.
I'm being teacher, you fucking gits.
You kids.
I love you guys.
We're truanting.
I don't really. All right. Anything else you want to bring out Golden Globes before we do the quiz of who wins what?
Let's
I do want to say one thing.
Please
I
do.
finally got around to watching Venom: The Last Dance.
It's got nothing to do with the Golden Globe.
It is so good.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It actually is. It is
Legit, it's such a good movie.
And it ends with all the spider people. That's lovely.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice for
Right.
Hardy.
Are we going to start the quiz now, or has anyone got anything else to say about the things? Oh,
Just say connected to Golden Globe, because otherwise James is going to come up with something out of left field.
Drew will get it. but you won't understand it. But James, did you like the bit? I liked the bit. It was a bit cheesy, but they all are. When Demi Moore is doing the presentation and Margaret Qualley's there, and she's like, "I'm just about to announce that," and she's like, "Why are you here? It's not your week on." And they argue with each other because obviously they're sharing a body in the substance. That was quite good, but still cheesy.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to do it now.
Let's do it.
Quiz time.
Do you have all the winners then? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ready. So here we go.
I just say, Kev, I just want to thank you for all the time and effort you put into this, because you really put 150%.
Can I add one more thing?
Jesus.
Just to add some more quiz points. Read all the nominations. Ask us who we think we voted for 1 point, and then ask us who we think that actually won. Because we've all seen the results now, so that's going to test our memory.
So the quiz is not who won.
No, but I want to do a separate one, like extra point if you can say who did win out of that list.
You just want
not to guess, to actually know.
Gain extra points.
An extra point if you get it right first time, who actually did win.
I was very upset that we weren't able to watch the Golden Globes in this country.
It was on at 1 a.m. It started at 1 a.m. last night.
1 in the morning.
What?
It started at 1 a.m. last night.
On what channel?
In Bradford.
On what channel?
Oh, I don't know if we could watch it. I'm just saying
we couldn't watch it.
Actually started.
We couldn't watch it. It was on...
Kev, point for remembering who we voted for. Point for getting who got it right.
I would. I love that stuff.
Oh. All right. Right. Let's be specific. So we're getting a point for getting it right now.
Yeah. And then, a point for getting our guess right.
And then you don't get a point for winning your guess. You just got to guess right. Oh my God.
I thought we were trying to remember who we voted for.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So there's 2 points up for grabs for every question. Okay. Guessing what you guessed last time is not a winner. You just got it right. So if the answer's Demi Moore and you answer Demi Moore, you get no point unless you actually wrote down Demi Moore 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
But you get a bonus one if you know who actually won this time. But for fun, you get to guess who you actually voted for the other week, but you only actually win the point if I've written it down what you said.
Okay, so how did you get 2 points, sorry?
Guessing the correct answer.
Yeah.
And what you wrote 2 weeks ago.
It.
So if you actually got it 2 weeks ago.
But for fun, you're going to guess what you wrote 2 weeks ago.
Oh, man.
That's still 1 point, though.
2 points. What?
You said for fun. That's for fun. That's not a point.
Oh, my God. 1 point
for
guessing the actual answer to who won.
Yeah.
The second point is what you wrote down 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so if it was right.
If it was all about...
Okay, yeah.
This quiz is about predictions.
Go on, then,
Did you get your predictions right?
Okay, go.
Okay. Quiz time. Right.
I want to play a game. Now the game's simple. It's time for fingers on buzzers.
This is not an order, so I'm going to have to flit around as well. So best performance, do you want all the answers as well to pick? Right, okay. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in a motion picture. I need to find where this fucking is now. Supporting performance.
That's what she said.
Support? Oh my God, this is long-winded more. Right, I'm going to try and speed this up very quickly. Right. Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. Ariana Grande for Wicked. I am not repeating, so pay attention. If you go repeat, you're out.
Okay.
Ariana Grande, Wicked. Selena Gomez, Emilia Perez. Felicity Jones, The Brutalist. Margaret Qualley, The Substance. Isabella Rossellini, The Conclave.
Zoe Saldana.
Is that who you said, though?
That's who I think actually won.
We're guessing who actually won.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe, yeah.
You're both going Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't win this. It's between you two because I'm looking at the fucking answers.
Yeah.
Quizmaster tends not to win.
Support. Best performance by an actress as supporting role. Okay, support female. Drew initially suggested from
Whoa.
what?
Don't I have to guess who I originally said, right?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
that's just we'll
No.
leave that. Like, it's too many things.
No,
I thought that was fun, though.
you both said Zoe Saldana, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I guessed
Okay.
Mark.
yeah.
Margaret.
Let's not guess who we guess. That's
Okay,
adding
okay.
too many
Maybe
cogs
that's
to the
boring.
wheel. I
You
think.
don't get a point for saying Margaret Qualley. You just lose a point for saying actually Margaret Qualley.
Oh, really? I thought you said. I thought it was quite clever that I remembered.
You don't win a point for guessing what you guessed 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I
If
thought that
you
was the
guessed
whole.
2 weeks ago was Zoe Saldana, you get a second point. But you picked Margaret Qualley 2 weeks ago, so you get 0 points.
Who did I pick 2 weeks ago?
What? I thought that was the funniest thing.
You
Okay.
picked Ariana Grande.
Oh, so I get 1 point. Drew gets 1 point.
Correct. Best performance by an actress in a television. See, this is what's annoying. This list, it's all over the fucking shop. Best performance by an actress in a television series, musical or comedy. Jean Smart in Hacks, Kristen Bell in Nobody Wants This, Quintina Brunson, Abbott Elementary, Ayo Edrippy in The Bear, Selena Gomez, Only Murders in the Building, Catherine Hahn, Agatha, all long.
The bear one.
It's too much. It's too much in my brain. I can't. It's too many
No,
things.
you can't have buybacks. You got to remember.
Huh?
You can't repeat it.
No, I know. I'm just. Gomez.
Female comedy. You're going Gomez. And
I'm going to Gomez this up.
well, the winner is Jean Smart and Hacks, so no one won that one.
Nope. What did you say
And
last week?
and you guessed, Drew guessed Ayo, and James guessed Catherine Hahn. I also guessed that. So 0.
Okay.
Right, brilliant. The best performance by an actor in a supporting role in any motion picture. Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Yura Borovoza, Anora. Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce, The Brutalist. Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Denzel Washington, Gladiator 2.
I'll let Drew go first time.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin. Oh, because I thought it was Cooper Cock when I saw the photo.
Okay, so I said Denzel. James did Denzel. Drew said Denzel. So you both get 1 point for Kieran. Best performance by an actor in a television series drama. Okay, so we've got
Colin Farrell, the Penguin.
Donald
We
Glover,
both know it's right.
Donald Glover, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Jake Gyllenhaal, presumed innocent, Hiraya Sanda, Shogun, Gary Oldman, Slow Horses, Eddie Redmayne, Day of the Jackal, Billy Bob Thornton, Landman. Pick one.
Colin Penguin.
He's not in there.
Oh yeah, he's not in there.
Best performance by an
James.
actor in a television series.
We messed that up. Don't worry. We have to try and remember.
Male
Wait.
drama. So the answer was Hiroyuki Sandana and Shogun. Me and Drew picked Jake Gyllenhaal and James picked Gary Oldman. So that's triple loss. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in television series. Jessica Gunning in Baby Reindeer. Liza Colonzayas in The Bear. Hannah Einbinder in Hacks. Dakota Fanning Ripley. Alison Janney The Diplomat. Kaylee Reese True Detective Night Country.
Jessica Gunn.
Baby Reindeer, yeah, she won it. I'm pretty sure I guessed her as well.
So you both got a point. And the guesses were Drew said Kaylee from True Detective. And me and James said Jessica Gunning. So James is ahead. He's got 2 for that. Drew just got the 1. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role. I feel there's too many going on here. Let's skip a few.
Maybe skip our guesses.
We didn't answer that many, did we?
Yeah. Best performance by an actor in a television series, musical, or comedy. Jeremy Allen White, The Bear. Adam Brody, Nobody Wants This. Ted Danson, Man on the Inside. Steve Martin or Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building. Jason Segel, Shrinking. Biggest injustice ever.
Jeremy. I feel like
Mal-
you should have gone Jason though, but yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah. Me and Drew went for Jason Segel. James went for Ted Danson. and you both said Jeremy Allen White in that one. So you both get the point for getting it right, but Jason Segel should have won that. Should have won that. There's so many categories. I don't think we did that. It's on about a screenplay. I don't remember doing screenplay.
No, I don't think we did.
Best performance in stand-up. We did that. The stand-up one.
Yeah.
Okay, so who won best stand-up? Jamie Foxx, What Happened Was. That was actually not too bad. Nikki Glazer, Someday You'll Die. Seth Meyers, Dead Man Walking. Adam Sandler, Love You. Ali Wong, Single Lady. And Rami Youssef, More Feelings.
I actually didn't see the results of this. I'm going to say maybe Nikki Glazer.
Someone won.
Ali Wong?
Drew gets 2 points because it is Ali Wong, and he chose Ali Wong.
Great moment.
Brilliant. Let's have a look. Actor, limited series anthology. Oh god, I can't even read my writing because there's so many fucking things. Best drama. Nope, let's skip
I
that.
know we did animation, best movie, best actress, best actor.
No, I know them all. It's just very difficult to. There's so many categories
Best
here.
film with like box office and cinematography or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Best
Okay.
comedy / musical, whatever.
I cannot see where this one is. Best female. Oh no.
Maybe.
Fuck's sake. Why is this not computing with the list that I've got here?
Maybe we should.
This is not working because this is about films and it's mixed in with the TV side of things as well. It's all over at the fucking shop. I should have gone to the same website, but it's not there. Best motion picture for animated. Did anyone know that one?
Yeah.
Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Mona 2, Flow, Wallace and Gromit, Wild Robot.
Wild Robot.
Flow is correct.
Ooh. James said that with such confidence as well.
I saw this list earlier, and when I see something, it will stick.
I haven't seen the list.
And Drew said Wallace and Gromit, and
Where
James said Wild Robot as a guess.
Should have seen the list.
Yeah, I looked at the list, and once it's in there, it's there.
I generally think that when we went through them initially, there wasn't as many categories. It was just the basic categories.
Yeah, we only went through I want to say 10, didn't we?
Yeah, we seriously didn't. We didn't do them all because we're not going to know the.
Well, we skipped a load because a load of them were just stupid, weren't they? So.
Okay, here's the big one. Best performance by an actor, an anthology series. Colin Farrell, The Penguin. Richard Gadd, Baby Reindeer. Is it worth me mentioning any other people?
No, it's Colin Farrell. We know he won.
Yeah, you all got that. I said Kevin Kline in disclaimer.
He was
Who's
amazing
winning the moment? Me and Drew should be tying, shouldn't
He
we?
was good.
He was
I don't
amazing.
know. I'll tell you later.
But I love the fact that, just Colin Farrell did give credit to Richard, though, which I loved. He said, "You absolutely destroyed me with your performance."
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Whoa, dude, mate, people are never going to forget Baby Reindeer, man. It was a very powerful TV series.
Yeah, he made a lot of it up.
What?
He's a little wetbag. Hope I don't see him on TV again.
Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy.
We all know who won that.
Demi.
Yes. But what did you
guess
choose?
Right?
Yes.
I picked Jodie Foster, I think.
Nope, you picked Cynthia Erivo. No. Drew picked Cynthia Erivo. James picked Zendaya. You weren't winning shit with that. Only I won that one because remember the fucking argument. I went, "You're both wrong."
You were the only one who's seen it.
What, are you making this up?
No, you said all day long.
I was like, no, but if you've seen the film The Substance, no one else exists. My exact words.
They are your exact words.
Yeah, like you're on the
if
panel.
I'd seen The Substance, I would have given it to her.
Oi. To both of them? Or?
Yeah.
And all nominated.
This was interesting. Cinematic and box office achievement. I don't know who actually won until I did some reading. So, remember, we didn't know quite the meaning behind this. But
there's still no meaning behind it.
Alien Romulus, Beetlejuice, Deadpool Wolverine, Wicked, Gladiator 2, Inside Out 2, Twisters, Wild Robot. Who won?
Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked.
Correct. Woo! Who did we all guess?
Deadpool Wolverine, I think I went with.
We all said Wolverine, yeah.
We all said that. Yeah. Right. Oh, no. Best television limited series. Was it Disclaimer, Monsters, Penguin, Ripley, Baby Reindeer, or True Detective?
I think it's Baby Reindeer.
Disclaimer.
Drew gets Baby Reindeer. What did we all guess?
I think I might guess Baby Reindeer, actually.
Uh-uh.
No?
We
True
all
Detective.
guessed Penguin. Unbelievable. I think we're just going to skip a few because that's plenty. That's plenty. Let's have a look at the tally. I didn't even see there's a few that's missing off that. Didn't find a good website. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
What
7,
about the
8,
animated
10.
one? We did that, me.
3, 4.
Like biggest animated film or something?
Do you want the biggest disappointment of the night?
Yes.
10 all.
Oh,
What?
Should I just pick a random one that we didn't answer? See if
Go on
there's,
then.
see if
Go
there's
on
one in there.
Cider.
Did I put original score?
Well, you can't be involved because you're not bloody.
No, I'm not involved. I wouldn't even
He's the
count my
hostess
star.
with the mostess.
Like, pick something like best gaffer or best secondary lighting operative.
Okay. I think I've got one. Did we do that one? All right. Doesn't matter if we did it or not because we're not doing our guess. We're doing what you think is the winner. Best motion picture non-English language. The Girl with the
Options?
Needle, I'm Still Here,
Pardon?
We All
Pardon?
Imagine as Light,
Wait, I didn't hear
Emilia
any of them you
Perez,
said.
The Seed of the Sacred Fig, or Vermilion.
I heard nothing what you just said.
Okay. So, best screenplay. We didn't answer this one, so it's not even part of the quiz. So this is brand new. This is for the win. Best screenplay. Motion picture. I'm not even going to name the people because no one's heard of them. The films are Emilia Perez, Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, The Substance, or Conclave.
You first.
Emilia Perez.
Conclave.
James takes it.
It won a few. It was either that or The Brutalist for me because that
Yeah,
won a
that's
few
what-
as well.
That's what I was thinking.
It
Damn.
looks good. It looks good.
So wait, Conclave won best screenplay. I should have known that because you said it was amazing. It's pretty much just writing and popes at the Vatican.
Oh no, it's much more than that. It's
No, but that's what I mean. Is in like
so good.
it's so well written. Like the dialogue has to be so good.
Out of all the films mentioned in the films that I have not seen, one I missed at the cinema is Anora. That's one of the films I really want to see.
Mm.
The Brutalist and Real Pain both are not out in the UK yet.
Yeah.
Anora, even though it's about kind of like a sex worker, and the Russian mob, it actually looks really, really good. And the weird thing is, because there is some intimate scenes, she was talking to someone on the red carpet the other day, saying that it's one of the first films since intimacy coordinators
Yeah.
have become a thing, a legal thing to have on set. So people don't feel taken
What they
advantage
like,
of.
that goes in there and then.
Well, no, that's literally the point.
That's the whole
That
point
doesn't
to
happen.
not let that happen.
Oh, Marilyn Manson's to blame for that.
But she opted out and did not want an intimacy coordinator. She trusted the director and she wanted.
Maybe she should trust the actor more than the director.
Well, and that. But the thing is that these sort of roles, when it is something that's a bit more sensitive than average, it's not like, we're doing this film and at one point get your baps out. Anyway, after that, you act. It's not like that.
I'm like,
It's
I'm in.
in. But it's more like this is the style and the way that we're presenting this scene. You're not being taken advantage of. You're in control in this one. So we're going to let you do what you want to do because and that was the point, that every time that she was, I've not seen the film, so I don't know how far it goes, but every time she's in a compromised position, shall we say, it's not that she's been taken advantage of, even in the plot, it's her controlling, because she's kind of like a stripper / prostitute, sex worker, but ends up winning his trust and them getting married, and then it goes mayhem. It's like it apparently turns into a bit of a comedy, but an action, but at no point even women have said watching it, saying you don't feel like she's being objectified in the film.
Mm.
You feel like she's the boss all the way through. So
Boss
it
is
sounds
it.
interesting. But like the substance is full of
Oh, honestly, the
things.
substance is so good. I might watch again after this podcast. Actually, it's so good.
I bet you.
You don't feel like you're ogling. It's kind of important, but yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Remember Species?
Yeah, Species. Yeah.
It kind of had vibes of
That was
didn't
my
it?
awakening as a child.
Species, and it has very much Species vibes.
Drew, why'd you look confused?
I don't know.
Have you seen Species?
Yeah.
That's a film that came out now. It'd be like wild.
It's Natasha Henderson being naked, seducing men and killing them, and then turning into an alien.
Yeah, that
I
now.
thought the film was great.
For me.
I really enjoyed it. It was cool.
Fantastic. Well, that was the Golden Globes. I put so much effort into writing down all these answers before and then fucked it on the execution. So sorry.
That's almost like Deadpool, you know, when they do the whole one take and kill all the Deadpools and then he dismounts and then absolutely fucks up the landing.
Yeah. He goes,
out the bus.
That's Kev right there.
But
Kev straight out the bus.
That's all the answers that we wrote.
Like a tiny ant wrote them.
Okay, so
Man
here's where I
covered in
fall
ink.
down. I couldn't read my small writing of the subjects.
See?
So it's like,
Size does matter, Kev. Size does
I
matter.
shorthanded it. I put muse, and I'm not sure what that means. Male music and comedy. That's what it means. But I put muse.
Malmuse.
Which was,
That extra 4 seconds of writing male music and comedy would have been like,
helpful.
Yeah, fuck that. Sorry, guys.
all good.
Guys. But anyway, what next? What else? Got a few minutes, and then.
I mean, I'm super psyched on this new Superman.
I think you should be super psyched on Nosferatu first.
Yeah, but
got
Superman
7
now,
months to
like
Superman.
James Gunn has put it really back to the comic books with the dog, with like the fight in the football stadium. It's like very much like the people pulling shots from comic books
that's
from
what
however
I
many
saw
years
that.
ago, and it's
Yeah.
like he's really doing it justice. And I
Even
think
in
if
the
they,
angle
but
as well.
pun intended, justice, they do a proper Justice League, and then bring out a decent Flash movie, which it was okay. Wonder Woman was great, but they need to bring another one in now. And they need to find another Aquaman, another Batman, of course.
They've kept Aquaman. He's the one actor they've kept for some reason.
He's not staying.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is the only actor he's keeping.
I don't really agree with that because a new
I don't
universe
either.
means new cast. You can't drag someone in from another universe. It would be like doing
He
a
might
new
change his
Fantastic...
mind, but as
it would
far
be
as
like
I'm
doing
aware,
a new Fantastic Four film. Yet Chris Evans is the Human Torch still, which just seems weird. Doesn't really make a lot of sense.
fuck knows.
It seems stupid. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see how Robert Downey Jr. does as Doctor Doom. That'd be cool.
I think
Be
it'd be
interesting
great.
to see how
He's not worth the money.
The
Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford film does.
Gone,
That's
Drew?
going to go one way or another, I think.
I was going to say, is it me? You know that one with Doctor Doom and everything, hasn't
Red
it?
Hulk.
Isn't there rumours that it's got Wolverine in it?
I've not heard that.
Have you heard about this?
Not that I've seen, no.
They're doing a cross merge unless it's like a fan-based poster. I'll try and show
I
you
think
it.
they're trying to
poster.
bring the Fantastic Four into
But
the
they are
universe.
merging them all. They are bringing them all
There's
together.
like a big poster, right? And because obviously Wolverine was in a Marvel, which makes sense with the Deadpool.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to pull him in to whatever that big one's called.
I want if Endgame was the biggest one, you want Avengers, the Fantastic Four guys, and the X-Men guys all together. That would be mayhem.
Seriously mental. Like
The problem they have is they're on a real fine timeline because, let's be honest, at this point, we're not going to accept anyone else as Wolverine.
No, of course not.
And we're not going to accept anyone else as any of the real superhero people, apart from Fantastic Four that never really hit off. We don't care about them. They can rehash them.
The new one does look great because it's going to be 60s. It's going to be cool. But
you get some random guy playing Thor. It's like,
yeah, I don't think they'll do that. Those guys are cemented. Before we go, if you're not watching, I implore you to watch Traitors on BBC. Are you watching that? It's like the psychological Squid Games and Mr. Beast in a Scottish castle. Have you seen it?
No, I think a new series of Silent Witness came out today, so I'm going to watch that.
Fuck that off. Watch Traitors. It comes out every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the next 4 weeks. 3 episodes are out. Next 3 are this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm already gripped. It's that one where it's Winkleman walks around a
Claudia
table with
Winkleman.
20 people and she taps 3 of them on the shoulder and they're the killers and they've got to kill people every night if they don't guess them right. They
It's
get
just
to
like
ban-
Winged Murder when we were at drama school.
Well, that's the point. It's something like Wolf, Mr. Wolf or something like that. It's the take on that game.
Oh, okay.
But it's epic. They play games and shit like that. So it's in the same realm as Mr. Beast and Squid Games. In fact, it was before all that as well, because it came out a few years ago. It's a 3rd series. Fandabby dozy. Shall we end?
Let's end this beast.
So, takeaways. Watch Nosferatu, or you're a massive twat. So, we'll find out next week if James is a massive twat or not. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.